evening, everyone. We're going to call this regular board meeting into session on Monday, May 14th, 2018 at 6:02 p.m. Roll call.
Stephanie Brissette here. Rocky Turbot here. Cindy Garrity here. Glenn Carlson here. Nicole Boyd here. Craig Putman here. Deb Knopf here.
Everyone, please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sheila, can you confirm the meeting posting?
I can confirm that the meeting has been posted at all designated locations.
Thank you. Entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Can I ask that is the VA contract, does that need to go after executive or because the negotiation is an executive and then the contract is before that? So should it go after it?
So we go into executive to ratify the proposal. Once that's ratified, we come open to make that motion.
So 10.2.5 needs to go after 11?
No, we'll show what we have offered them in open.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, we have to go open first. It has to be item, and then we go to executive.
I'm sorry, can someone please open that door? By law, we have to have that door open.
Can't hear nothing, sorry.
We all want to all move up closer.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hey, hey, Dave, we could open the one over here and then open the one. Oh, there's a party in there?
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's where the
Sorry.
noise is coming up.
No further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. From the audience this evening, first up we have Teresa Gordon.
I would like to address the board and thank the Bayfield school system for opening their arms to my granddaughter. She wanted to try out the Bayfield school for a year. She came from France. And she has had a really wonderful year at Bayfield School. And I'm here to thank the board and to thank Bayfield School for opening their arms, their hearts, and making her comfortable at school. Because my little gal ain't been here since she's been 2 and she's 15 and a half now. This is the first year she's experienced her first prom. I mean, and we wanted her to embrace the culture because she's over in France living with her mom and getting all that good stuff over there. But Scooter and I wanted to make sure she got the culture part into it too. So she got some of that at the Bayfield School, a lot in our community and a lot right from our home. But we want to make sure that we thank the Bayfield school system because she actually wanted to come here and try the Bayfield school. And I think that's a really positive, good thing because we hear so much negative all the time. But this is excellent. She's enjoyed herself here. She'll be traveling back to France on June 28th. We're hoping maybe we might keep her for another year, but I don't think so. Their education standards in France are a lot higher, so her mother wants her to be heading back to France on June 28th. But she's had a wonderful experience at school, and I just want to thank the board and thank the Bayfield School for everything that they've done to make her comfortable.
Thanks, Teresa. Next we have Gilpin Matthews.
Hello. I prepared sometimes. I'll read it for you. My name's Gilpin Matthews. I'm the lunch provider for the LaPointe School on Madeline Island. You've heard my name. I have over 20 years of food experience ranging from sports bars to 4-star restaurants, cooked all over this country. I proudly serve organic and hormone-free food made from scratch down to the hamburger buns to the children of LaPointe School for the past year. I received a certified letter on Saturday stating my services were no longer needed for the 2018 and 19 school year, citing cost as the sole reason and asking me to no longer serve the students. In addition, it was cited that DPI also determined that the same meals served to students in the other districts and the other district buildings can be served to students at the LaPointe School at a significantly lower cost. The issue with this statement is that there is no transporting a same meal. At the very fundamental level, other district buildings are providing food that are prepared on site. In addition, I take issue with tampering with the nutrition of the children that you are here to serve, to save money. These are children, after all, and they rely on their parents and institutions of learning to set an example of what a healthy diet consists of. While on paper, this menu that's currently being served to the Bayfield School District across the whole board, except for at our school, may appear as fulfilling such dietary requirements. I have seen the reality of the food that is being sent to the LaPointe School for breakfast. I took this photo this morning. This is a pre-made egg loaf that they warm up in a microwave. That is an egg for an egg sandwich. This is the pizza, the breakfast pizza. The toppings look about like dog food. And I was nauseous. This is stuff that was brought in today. These sausages, I don't even know how if you saw that on the road, you'd say, hey, there's a sausage. This is what's being served at school. This is the most disappointing examples of food that I have seen in my 20 years of food service. That is until this morning when I saw these sausages. Those were the worst. This is disgusting food and it's void of nutrition. I have little hope for the future of the health of our children if you continue to cut costs at their nutritional levels. If maintaining a cost-effective meal program that provides healthy food seems like an impossibility, I assure you that the problem lies in your administration. I've run successful restaurants. Prepackaged, pre-prepared food generally costs more than the ingredients needed to make that food from scratch. Your cost savings is in fewer hourly employees needed to prepare said food. Imagine flipping the scenario around. There is your balanced budget. As a professional cook, people trust me to be doing my best to provide the best meal possible, and I take that seriously. This is not about the LaPointe School. This is about the choice the whole district is making about its food quality. Look at Washburn School. I will close by saying, if you are choosing this new route for our school and for the existing meals at the Bayfield School District, you're doing this by your choice, at a lower dollar amount and at the cost of the children's health and nutrition. And perhaps by considering a different from-scratch model, I know it's crazy making food from scratch, you could meet your budgetary needs and put your children's health at the forefront. Bringing over food has been done before, and it failed because of horrible quality and because it came over mashed up and it wasn't anything resembling food. I have been and would love to continue to provide healthy, nutritious food and educate these children about what is out there globally and locally that they can eat for health. And I thank you for listening.
Next we have Grace Livingston.
Good evening. I'm here today to ask Mr. Gordon and any of the school board members if they received anything in regards to a bus driver complaint about touching children. There was an accusation made, said it was reported to the school, said it was reported to the bus people, said it was reported to the police. I want to know if you guys received anything. So if it did happen, let's take a look at it by all means. But it's a very bad accusation that was made, and I just want justice to come out of it. Yes, we need to protect our children, but it was a big accusation, and things like that ruin people's lives when it's just thrown out there and nothing else is brought forward. So I'm asking you, have you received anything at the school board level?
Later in the evening. Right now, we're instructed to not comment, but we're here to listen to you.
Okay.
It's information only at this point,
So later on, you're going to discuss it and we can hear the discussion, or?
no, it's an issue that tonight will be listening and hearing what you're saying tonight.
Okay.
But for us to comment on it tonight, my advice coming from legal is to information only tonight. For us to
Okay. So then maybe after your informational, then you will do like an informative and just give, well, this isn't whatever, this is blah, 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 instead of not coming back to the community and, you get what I'm saying?
So tonight we're listening.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Jim Kangas.
Well, I come in regards to this accusation that one of my relatives, and I've been driving bus for Mr. Mackey for 3 years now. It's one of the nicest jobs in my life that I've ever had. Very appreciative, thankful, help the children of people that need some structure. Anyway, in the last, say, month, the accusations that I've been told and applied that I've been touching children. Well, let me give you one other little example. Okay, one of the children that was on my bus, I believe it was, I forget the name. No, okay. Well, anyway, this particular child, okay, when she's on my bus, okay, with my bus monitor, she has been up, down, hanging on the back of the seat, sitting on the seat, the high-rise part of the seat, while we're loading. And I asked her many times, would you please, would you please, would you please? And anyway, being kind of ants in her pants, so to speak, she did not. And I went like this. I said, you got to get down. I said, because when I take off, if you fall over the back of the seat and you break your neck or you die, I said, I don't want to be responsible for that. And so that was applied at home. And then also, while we're loading, the children are very nice and they play with my hat in my bus. And one of the children behind me, she's always taking my hat and before we go, of course, just while we're loading. And they calm down as soon as I say we're ready to go. We're ready to go. But anyway, I said, I'm going to take your hat. Okay, that was another accusation that I touched a child, but I didn't. As far as I touched her hat. And she loves to sit behind me and talks and very friendly and everything like that. And that's the only thing that I would never do that, to even think of that. And as far as helping the children, I've helped so many children on the bus as far as continue and go from special needs to actually to the honor roll, one of the parents told me. And one of the other girls, she's a senior this year, she was actually gonna commit suicide, is the way she worded it. I don't think I'm gonna be here tomorrow. And this was in 3 years ago, in January. And she said, thank you very, very much. She talked to me and I, sit behind me. And that's the only thing I'm not out there just because I'm associating with them and stuff like that and talking, helping them. Because I don't want to see people that are in need of just a simple conversation and that thrive to go you know, get a better education or go someplace in life and stuff like that. And that's the reason I'm here, because these accusations that are being pointed towards me. And I don't, it's not, there is no reason. And then one of the parents actually said I was going through my route and giving candy out. Okay, now explain to me, what would you do if you were going through this route on a sunny day on a Sunday, and they came running to your car, and I had M&Ms next to me that I was eating, and they looked in my car rather than, you know, if they would, you stopped because they were running out to the car to say hi. And they said, "Oh, Jim, can I please have some of them M&Ms?" Is there actually something wrong with that? How many of you people would say no? You know, and that's the only other accusation, and it was reported to the Red Cliff PD and everything like that, from what I understand. So, and I'm not doing it, you know, the children are just, you know, I do it from my heart, you know. So that's what I want to clear up as far as, and as soon as possible, because I don't think these children have to be led to be going through this trauma tunnel. Because I'm sure there is little bits and pieces that are brought into this trauma tunnel. So, and I can see it just in the last week, how they're looking at me and this and that. So I'd like to have it, and it should have been a simple meeting, and if there was a problem, just like I'm discussing right now, it would have been dissolved. You know, there wouldn't have been a problem. Okay, appreciate your turn.
Last we have Sarah.
Hi, everybody. Sarah Trudeau on behalf of the Point School Committee. I'm going to read so I don't forget anything. I'm here to talk about the lunch, like David did. It's been brought to my attention that there will be changes made to the Point School's lunch program for the 2018-2019 school year. It's my understanding that these changes will be taking place due to the TPI audit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on now?
I most certainly understand that money should be saved where it can be saved. I question how the plan for next school year will differ from previous years when the lunches were prepared in Bayfield and delivered to the island. How will the food be transported? And will the food and the food's temperature be continuously monitored during transportation? Those are questions that not only myself and the LaPointe School Committee are asking, but it's also questions that the health inspector will be asking. That's what stopped it from happening before. In previous years, when the food has been delivered to the island, the food arrived at the end of the ferry dock, cold, sloppy, and unappetizing to the children. I know a mother of past students who still has pictures of the messes that were called lunch and sent to the LaPointe School. There's a lot more that I didn't write, but there are many reasons for the LSC and the parents to be concerned about this proposed change. It's just my hope that our concerns are met with open minds so that we can find a solution that will meet the standards of the school, the parents, the board, and the health inspector.
Thank you. Item number 7, approval of the school minutes of April 23rd.
Second.
Under 11.1.12, which is the last page, the precision motion, I abstain on that. My recollection is wasteful. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Reports, board president, members. I don't have anything to report this evening. Anything from any of the other members? All right, how about 8.1.1? Does anyone have any future agenda items? Finance Committee, we did meet, review of vouchers, a discussion on some winter transportation expenditure for wind sleds. discussion on the painting of the gymnasium. Request from a parent regarding purchase of a computer and discussion on the BEA contract. Policy committee.
Policy committee did meet and Crystal Trudeau from the came and talked to us, and we picked a couple of dates to start. Let's start.
Updating the policies. We're just updating the policies.
Okay, thank you. Wellness committee.
We did meet.
We discussed the, wellness plan for next school year, and that we're hoping to have it finished by June for next school year. It's looking to be more encompassing now of not only nutrition, but nutrition, mental health, physical health, spiritual, emotional health. So just wellness overall.
Thank you. Teacher negotiation committee.
We met with teachers, made a proposal, talked things over, and then went back to their group to get a response and come back to us, and we'll be looking at that later.
Thank you. Item 9.1. Mr. Carlson.
Classes. I move that we approve vouchers in the amount of $340,739.20.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call, Sheila.
Stephanie? Yes. Deb?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Rocky? Glenn?
Yes.
Nicole? Yes.
Item 10.1.1, consider winter transportation expenditure for Winslet's.
Make a motion to approve the item 10.1.1 for the repair of the Winslet as presented.
Second. Under discussion, I believe that those repairs were already paid for. So I believe that this expenditure is for the purchase, is that correct?
So,
This is just for the repair.
I believe, Brandon, if I'm not mistaken, when we paid this repair bill already.
Yeah, so it's already been, it's already gone through.
So tonight's meeting was,
The last page?
so this falls back into the idea that we're gonna purchase two Winslet's. We're still in that discussion, and we're looking to table this till the June meeting for final. We're going to be working with Arnie Nelson and the fee structure for next winter for the van that provides transportation for the students, and of course the business. So we're looking to table this tonight, and then administration, along with Randy, will be working with Arnie to negotiate those fees, and then come back to the board in June for final review.
Question, we negotiated this in the board group, so I'm not quite sure why this is coming up again in connection with the purchase of the sleds when we've got a 1-year contract that I don't believe we can get out of. And so if we're going to negotiate that, I don't know if we're going to start now negotiating this winter's contract a little bit before we have it resolved by the June meeting. So I'm just There was a discussion of finance. I'll withdraw my motion on the repairs, because the repairs, it's a moot point on the repair. It seems like those two have been already.
That's part of the contract.
Yes.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, I was gonna make a motion to table as a further discussion on the purchase or renegotiation of the wind slip.
But Deb only said this because she thought it was the repairs that.
I understand that, but thank God during
Right.
discussion, we got it clarified. So I think we both need to proceed. And then let's ask for a motion, asking the purchase of wind slips. I'll
Okay,
make,
what we had asked for Randy, we did receive in this packet, so are we moving this forward to June as well?
we're not talking about $45 a day.
I can't hear you, right?
I said, we're not talking about the daily fees, whether it's the man or whether it's the inside. The way I look at this, and the way I look at what was given to us previously, was to buy in the inside, two insides. And in fact, in the buildings, we haven't had that discussion yet in its entirety. Is this board, town of Point, yet Madeline and Fairlands. It's just a proposal that's brought out. Marty was there last night. He gave that proposal. So what I would ask respectfully of you and yourself, to rescind that, and let's get back on track to the purchase idea. This is not about repairs and maintenance. This is not about the $445 a day or whatever it is. Because that's already under contract. We're talking about the next year.
Well, I would do my second, so.
So I understand my motion, what I saw was the
I'm
Word
not
documents.
hollering at anybody, I'm just saying, let's get back on the course.
We have a motion and a second to rescind those motions.
I'll make a motion to table this.
All those in favor to rescind that motion?
Aye.
Now, Rob,
I make a motion to table 10.1.
I would second that motion. Is there any further discussion?
In discussion.
I have just a question. Go ahead.
In discussion, I want to have our school board president, Craig, and Jeff Gordon, superintendent, start negotiations with whoever purchases, possibly purchasing, wind sleds and low future. That's a major purchase for the district. We're talking about wells, we're talking about what the dollars are different as far as school equipment, a Valley Nine or what is here. This is $400,000 divided by 3, plus maintenance and repair.
Is everyone comfortable and seen the breakdown that Randy gave? Has everyone read that?
I did, because that's, and I think it answered the question Rocky had at the last meeting when his takeover was, will the $35,000 that we get from the state every year cover both the purchase of the wind sleds, as well as the normal maintenance and daily fees that we have? And Randy's looked to me like,
Right,
Randy, can you come up so we can hear you, please, because she has some information.
I did talk to DPI like you requested at the last meeting, and he assured me that as long as we are invoiced through the town of La Pointe, those expenditures would count towards the state statute of the $35,000. And he said that that is a state statute, so that money is not going anywhere, and we would be able to get that money through that funding source.
The question I have is not up to you to say that. $35,000 is a low number. What's the value of that $35,000 today? Because we're talking $400,000 in sales. Who's that value of $35,000 today?
that's right here.
I understand that, I read it. What I'm saying, I think the concept, the thought is that
They are not talking about increasing that at all. Well, we're not talking about increasing that at all, so it's still just, would just be the 35,000.
We're talking about line of wind slab today, or wind slab, that's $400,000. That $35,000 is like $10,000 back there.
Right.
Well, I would like to sit in further negotiations with the town of Point and the Ferry Line and the school district. The last time this came about years ago, that was a very large grant was received for $750,000 to purchase the prior 3 units and put up a building to do it. And it was all a joint funding to provide this. Well, now, that has all gone away. I'm sure they've searched for it. I was told they searched for it. There is no funding. So this is a 3-way payment split amongst the monthly payment, or a yearly payment, however the town of Point sets it up. Town of Point would borrow the money, the Ferry Line and the district would make a payment on that. But now that we are going to be a third owner in this, that's where I have concerns on costs, on the daily costs and daily fees. I don't think it's apples for apples any longer.
Right, it's $450 a day for transporting students on the wind sled to and from.
No, we're not.
We're putting up a third of the money, so why wouldn't the district be an owner?
Well, we're not owning it. All we do is something.
And it's teachers too, other staff.
It's just for the students, correct?
When any of the supplemental teachers or Kate goes over, doesn't that provide, is insured transportation provided for?
Kate pays her own way.
She's supposed to pay her own, so it's
But
supposed to be
I
school
think,
cost.
but if we have teachers coming over from the island, we pay. Kate pays her way.
Maybe teachers from the island,
Like, if we have teachers coming over to teach here, we pay them.
only substitutes. I think Jeff Tooney and Sherry, all those folks always pay their own fare.
Jeff Tooney's always our
Well, he's the
monitor, so we pay his way.
If he wasn't
So,
the supervisor, then he paid.
Right.
it's my understanding that the only, staff who are paid for are the ones who come from Bayfield to the island or Music and Bayfield. They're the only two. The other staff members pay their own fare.
Yep.
Both. They're here.
Jeff, is that on ice in?
Correct.
Yes, both.
My question is that, why is ice and water different?
Gas on
You know what? Hey, 10 on that fair ice. They sit there and they push you 1 foot of ice, broken up, or whether it's clear water. Is the rates change? No. So what I'm saying is, why are we subsidizing ice and not water? We get a fee that charges this district for transportation per student at a certain rate. That should be the same. Yes. And if you guys want to own your entity, then you address the cost. Ice is more expensive. We'll pay that per student fee.
Well, mine is
I'm not gonna argue it here, I'm just saying is that, I think these guys need to sit down and discuss with Arnie and or have a line. And then bring it back to the board. I'll tell you what, I don't know how many years ago it was, we had a big meeting up there in Ohio, just seen it, in the inflation. And I would wanna make the motion, it says, can't have parent parties agree to legitimate wrong. Let's sunset this thing. How about staff should be?
So Randy, my question is, the total cost in your spreadsheet to the district between the student transportation costs, which would be the $450, I assume, the annual maintenance, which is what the annual maintenance had been, and the loan, but after all of that, the yearly cost to the district is $11,666 a year.
Yeah, approximately.
And for clarification, I would like to meet with Arnie because this is Arnie's business and the concerns are directly with Arnie. We know where the town of LaPointe stands. We know details. Where the concerns seem to lie is with the costs that go directly to Mr. Nelson.
Correct.
So it's just, all right.
I know there was some talk about the maintenance fees going down because of the new,
That would be
but we
part of the
haven't
discussion.
ever, yeah, we haven't ever seen anything on that.
Correct everything, I want to bring it back, I think I made a motion to table and seconded it. We offered a discussion, should have been statutorily.
Right.
When we did discuss it, I moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving into new business. 10.2.1, consider request from parent regarding purchase of the computer. Is there any discussion?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch who made the motion.
Cindy and Nicole?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 10.2.2, consider the bus purchase.
Motion to approve. It's the first one, right? The
Colin,
56.
Colin.
Yes, $52,698.
Do we have a second? Second by Rocky. Discussion?
Is this something we allotted for in the budget?
No, this would be, in addition.
What?
No, this was not budgeted for. It is a bus that we have to replace because it is pretty much, it won't pass inspection. But we do have to go into fund balance at the end of this year. So this is a good time to spend now. We have to take the 96,000 from the HRA. That was budgeted kind of, that we have to do that, so this will help us do that.
Let me ask you this.
Okay. Sorry.
Can this purchase be made after the period?
It can be.
The next fiscal year?
It can be, but we have to go into fund balance 96,000 per last June's board meeting when we approved the HRA funding for this year. And we put that into fund balance. So in order to take the money back out, we have to go into fund balance by $96,000. And that just helps us do this.
But this would be a down payment on this.
No, this is the total amount.
I know that.
Oh, right, we'd still need some.
But couldn't you negotiate a down payment to start that manufactured bus, because it's not gonna be here by June 30th? Then have a payment balance.
The bus is already manufactured. Yeah. It's right on the lot.
Any further discussion? Roll call, Sheila?
Stephanie?
Yes.
Nicole?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
Rocky?
Item 10.2.3, consider painting of the gym. Motion by Rocky. Second by Cindy. Any discussion?
We're just, this is just to set it out.
Is the paint coming off or
It's
is it bad?
I think it was last painted in 89, 90.
I thought somebody said 30 years. Somebody said 30 years. Is that long? 30 years, I thought.
It is a budget item, correct, Randy?
Correct.
It's budgeted.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, first item on item 10.2.4, consider staff hiring recommendations. First would be Doug Jardine for the school psychologist.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, the next item, actually the last two items, I would entertain a motion. Motion carries. Item 10.2.5, ratify DEA contract. Motion to table All those in favor? Aye. Item number 11, adjourn to executive session in accordance with Wisconsin Statute 19.85. Roll call, please.
Okay, Stephanie? Yes. Deb?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
Rocky? Nicole?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
And Craig?
Yes. All right, we are in executive. Thank you, everyone.
For the parents who were emailed about